Now let's talk about basic component concepts. Components are reusable, self-contained pieces of your UI that combine HTML, JavaScript, or TypeScript and CSS into a single file. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to create, organize, and connect components to build scalable apps. Let's start with the basics. First, let's talk about creating components. A Svelte component is a Svelte file that encapsulates a specific part of your application's interface. Components can range from simple buttons to complex forms or entire pages. They include 3 optional sections: a script block for logic, a style block for scoped CSS, and the HTML markup that defines the structure. Let's create a basic button component to see this in action. So, create components folder inside lib folder. We'll keep all components inside this folder. Now, create a Svelte file named button. In this button component, create script block. Inside it, declare a variable button text with the initial value, click me. Then create a button in template. Inside it, place button text variable as label, and pass btn class to it. Then create style block. Inside it, give some styling to button. The style block contains CSS that applies only to this component. Because Svelte scopes styles by default, these rules won't affect other buttons in your app unless explicitly global. With this, our button component is complete. Now let's talk about importing and exporting components. Svelte components don't require explicit exports. They're automatically available for import once created. To use a component in another file, you simply import it by its file path. Now let's import our button component in main page. For that, import button from button.svelte file. In file path, we put $sign before lib folder name. This is a special path resolver that points to the lib directory inside src folder. We can call this button anything we want, however right now we're gonna call it button. Also, it's a good practice as it enhances the readability. Also, component's file path must be correct to import the component correctly. After importing, we can simply use it like self-closing tag anywhere in our template. Svelte resolves component names based on their file names. For example, button.svelte becomes button in the markup. This automatic export system simplifies reusability. You create a component once and import it anywhere in your app. Now run the app to test it. Here we can see the button. It means we have successfully created our first Svelte component. Now, let's talk about component file structure. Organizing components properly is key to keeping your project clean. In sveltekit projects, the architecture follows a file-based routing system where components are organized differently than in standard Svelte applications. The project structure typically includes a source directory containing 2 key folders: lib for shared components and utilities, and routes for page components that correspond to application URLs. Anything stored inside lib folder won't be mapped with routes. To use these files, we have to import these files inside the route files. Like we created component file inside lib folder and used it in main page, which is located inside routes folder. This way, we can keep our project clean and organized. Now let's talk about reusing components. Components can be reused multiple times with isolated state. Isolated state means each instance of component will have separate state. Let's understand it with code example. Create a Svelte file named counter in components folder. Inside it, create script block and create a count variable and initialize it with 0. Inside template, create a button and pass some Tailwind classes to it. And show count as label. Then use onClick attribute and pass anonymous method to it, and inside it, set increment to count variable. Then go to main page and import the counter component. Then use the counter multiple times in template. Now open the app. We can see 2 counter buttons. Now click on one button. Here, we can see the count value of is incrementing in only that button which we are clicking, not in the other button, even though these are created by using the same component. This isolation is fundamental to component-based architecture. Each component instance operates independently, preventing unintended side effects and making your UI predictable. Now let's talk about component communication basics. To pass data between components, Svelte uses props and slots. The inputs to a component are referred to as props, which is short for properties. You pass props to components just like you pass attributes to elements. Props allow parent components to send data to children, while slots let you inject content into a component. Let's understand it with code example. So, create a new component named NewButton. Inside its script block, create color variable of string type and set default value to blue. Now use export keyword before let. The export keyword in Svelte declares a component property or prop that can be passed in from a parent component. Here, color becomes a public setting for your component, allowing parents to customize it. By default, it is set to blue, so it will use blue as default value if no value is provided. This enables data flow between components. Then create button inside template. Use inline CSS and pass this color prop as background color. Then provide some Tailwind classes. Inside it, create a slot tag, and inside it, enter default text to display. Then go to main page and import this component. Then create new button. Inside it, set color to red and label to delete. Create second button and set color to green and label to save. Create another button and don't provide color or label to it. As we have not provided anything, it should use default color and label. Now open the app to see the result. We can see the three buttons here. First with red color and delete label, second with green color and save label, and third with default blue color and label as we did not provide anything to this button. Props and slots enable flexible, configurable components. They allow you to create reusable building blocks that adapt to different contexts while keeping logic encapsulated. This is basic overview of props and slots. We'll learn about these in separate lecture. Now, let's talk about the solution of an error which usually occurs while importing the components. Right now, it's not giving an error, but sometimes it gives error when we use $sign that it can't find the component from the lib directory. To solve that error, open the Svelte config file. Then under adapter, insert alias property. Inside it, pass lib with $sign and pass the path of lib folder from src to it. After this, it won't give any error. That's all for this lecture.